10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
Oh, it's that time again. Paul Chandler's going to start this whole thing he does. It's called the Shy Life Podcast. It's probably going to start any minute now. Anyway, I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, sit back and relax.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Good boy. He's not all that shy is right. Gee.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life Podcast.
500.
Excellent.
95, 591, 591.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How you doing? I'm alright. So, what are we going to be up to this episode? I really don't know. We're just going to be catching up with some of our regular guests. I won't say who, not quite yet. I think we should probably go on though and run the theme music. And when we're back, I'll tell you who's here, and I'm sure we're going to be in for an hour or so of japes and jolliness and facts and figures, probably. Okay, run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Yes, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The highlight, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious.
Hello, campers. How are you?
You quite like a big bang, don't you, Paul?
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Think he has?
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to get Uncle John's ankles as well.
But has the Shy Life Podcast slowed down? I don't think so.
It's all gooey in the museum. Yum, 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 yum.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
Oh, I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
I like that. Yeah. Hello.
Right, well, we're back, and we're here on location today at the home of Lisa and Trowbridge, Mr. Trowbridge. Hello, guys, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Paul. Yeah,
You
we're
all right?
We're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been better, I'll be honest, but yeah.
Oh.
Did
You went to a dentist?
I went to a dentist. Just a random one. No. I've had a tooth out, so I'm in the recovery stage at the moment. So yeah.
Well, if you need to lie down, I'm sure Lisa and I can talk about trivia, historical trivia and things.
Yeah.
So whatever you feel like. Really.
Yeah, maybe I will sit this out for a bit. I just sort of go upstairs and Martha can sit on me or something like she does. It's just that I shouldn't really talk too much because there's a big gap at the front of me mouth, I suppose you'd call it.
I hear the wind.
I sort of sis a bit. I'm very good at whistling, aren't I, Lisa? I should start saying Lisa, shouldn't I? 'Cause it sounds silly.
Yes.
Yeah, perhaps I had better. Oh, there goes Martha's gone upstairs already. Yes. I think she wants me to go up there. So, yeah. Well, I'll go up, and then if you want to do something with Lisa,
yes, of course, and we'll catch up with you at the end. If not before. But anyway, it's going to lie down.
Okay.
I'll tell you what we could do, Paul. We could use my phone to find you some historical guests.
Yeah. Oh, yes, your phone. I remember your phone. You sent that message.
I did.
When we were doing Chatterbox, when you weren't able to be on it. I must say, I'm very curious about this phone of yours. From what I could tell from the message, did you actually travelled back into those times? It's very exciting.
Yes. It's this really interesting app that I acquired from a a secret source, who I'm not going to say who it is, but it might be somebody you know. You never know. And it enables you to travel through time and space. Otherwise, I just end up on marshland in Paul.
Yeah. Well, could we have a little go with it? Because Mr. Trowbridge isn't here as well. Does it would it allow me to, if you if you stand, can I come too?
Yes, if you stand right next to me, and then the field, because we've had a bit of work done on it, so it can take 2 people now rather than 1. And if you stand next to me, we'll dial up. Well, actually, should we just do it at random? I'll just put a code in, and we'll see where we end up, shall we?
Sure, yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so
not too far back, not dinosaur back.
Oh no,
I don't want to be eaten.
No, it doesn't go that far back. No, it only goes as far as human history. So you might get to see a caveman, but that's very unlikely. So right, let's put a code in, and then we'll see what happens. Oh yes. It's almost like being in the Doctor Who title sequence, with the swirling sort of misty things. Yes.
Listeners, we were standing in Lisa and Toby's front room just a second ago, and now we're in some sort of vortex with special effects.
Yes.
It's all very good, but obviously it doesn't work so well on audio. But anyway, I hope you can hear some sound effects that are indicating that we're travelling. Gosh, I thought it'd be windier than this. It's actually not as windy as I thought it would.
No, it's very self-contained. The wind doesn't blow at you too much. So, all right, that looks like we're arriving. Yep, here we are.
Where are we?
Yeah, it's very posh wherever we are. It's some sort of country house or something.
This reminds me of Bettina Dupre's house.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Where are we?
Actually, I think I know where we are. I think we're in Osborne House on the Isle of Wight.
Oh, I think we've been there. We've been there on the show, but not in the 2010s or something.
Yes.
I guess it does look familiar.
So, I don't quite know what it is. It's weird because the last time I was here, there were a lot of people and you couldn't stop.
Yes.
You had to go with the flow.
That's right.
But there's nobody here.
I had to go up a big staircase. It was very...
Oh, right. Yeah. You definitely couldn't. You couldn't stop and look properly then. Yeah. But there seems to be somebody in the distance.
Oh, who is it? Who is it?
And he's coming this way, so we're just about to find out.
Oh, I hope we're not trespassing. He's not going to throw us out, is he?
He looks quite friendly.
Oh, good, thank goodness.
Good afternoon. And who are you?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My name's Lisa, and this is my friend Paul.
Yes, that's me.
And who are you?
Do you not recognise me?
I
am the Prince Albert.
Oh, my goodness.
I am the Prince Albert.
Hi, Al.
Hello, Your Royal Highness.
Hello, Your Royal Highness.
What are you doing in my house?
Well, we just sort of arrived here by science.
Science?
So, yes.
I like the science.
Yes, I know you're very keen on science, aren't you?
Show me your scientific methods.
Okay, so this is our means of travel.
What is this?
It's a sort of telecommunications device.
What?
It's a communications device. You can talk to people all over the world.
And have you invented this?
No. Somebody else invented it, but it's free for wide use.
That is a shame that you are not the inventor, because I am shortly going to have my great exhibition of science, and I'm making a list of people who should exhibit themselves, and I would hope that if you as the inventor, your name should also go on the list. But you are not willing to exhibit yourself at my exhibition? It will be at the Crystal Palace. Do you know the Crystal Palace?
Yes. I think we will have been there in the future.
What? But in the future?
In the future.
Yeah.
You have been there in the future?
Yes.
How do you do that then?
Again, it's sort of to do with the sciencey thing.
The wonders of the science.
Yes.
But this device,
Yes.
what is inside it that makes it go?
Well, it's got all sorts of electronics and sort of little silicon chips.
The chips?
Yes.
Oh, I like the chips. I'm very fond of the chips. But this device, what if you dropped it in the water? Would you end up with the soggy chips? Because I do not want the soggy chips.
Yes. No. No. It just wouldn't work.
That is
Best not to, really.
Well,
so is Her Majesty the Queen around?
no. I think she's gone for the sailing on the royal yacht.
Ooh.
The yacht.
On the what? Sorry.
The yacht. Oh, with the sailing yacht.
The yacht.
Yes, the yacht.
Oh, okay.
YACHT, yacht.
You just spat in
How
my
it is
eye.
pronounced.
Sorry.
Paul, did you want to ask the Prince Consort any questions while we're here?
Yeah, just
Do you have any questions for the Prince Albert?
I do, but there's so many, and some of them are probably inappropriate.
I will not stand for the inappropriateness.
What is your favourite colour?
My favourite colour is the blue, for that is the colour of my eyes.
Yes.
My Queen Victoria, she said, when she described me, she said his eyes are large and blue, and he has a beautiful nose and a very sweet mouth with fine teeth. The charm of his countenance is his expression, which is most delightful.
Well, she's true there. Yes.
Yeah. I was going to ask what his favourite Doctor Who monster was, but I think he wouldn't know about that.
No.
Well, pass on our best wishes to your darling wife.
Yes, to Her Majesty the Queen.
Yeah, she's
Queen,
probably
yes.
on the deck doing the fights, throwing of the fights.
Okay. And,
you know?
and are your children with her?
Oh, many hundreds of them are there, but not all of them will fit on the yacht at once.
No.
Some of them are running loose in the grounds of the house.
You have a very interesting accent there, Your Highness.
Yes. My accent has changed over the years in coming from England. For once, it was very different to this now. But sometimes people say that I do sound a bit Swedish.
Oh.
It's very strange.
Yes.
I do not know how this has happened. I think it must be something in the Isle of Wight water. Do you like the Isle of Wight?
Yes.
I have been Shanklin.
Have you?
Have you been Shanklin?
I have, yes.
Do you like Shanklin?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he's very good. I would advise that everybody do the Shanklin.
Okay. Yeah.
Cows?
Pardon?
Cows?
In the house? Where? Where's the cow?
No, cow.
Port.
Oh, the East cows and the West cows.
Yes.
Yes. With the big river running through the middle.
Yes.
And there is the ferry that you have to go across.
Yes.
And it never runs right.
Okay.
No, they will. What?
I just wanted to. I remember I have passed this way before, and I remember that you have a very beautiful walled garden.
I do.
Plants. Yes, very.
I have a garden, and I grow many valls in it. Yes, I grow all the valls and the flowers and the vegetables.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And you got a Swiss cottage in the garden, have you, Your Royal Highness?
I have a special cottage.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the cottaging. Yes.
That's probably where the nickname came from. Somehow.
Possibly, yes.
What?
Yes.
Nothing. Sorry, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Scientists, we often have thoughts.
Science men, they are very good.
Yes. I'm a scientist in a way. I produce sounds, and I keep them preserved on a tape. Well, it's not a tape anymore, but it's a long story. But anyway,
you make the special sounds. Sometimes I am capable of that too, but it depends what is served for the luncheon.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us future travellers?
I am wondering what the lady especially is wearing. You have a very strange fashion choice. What are you wearing? Describe it.
What am I wearing?
Yes. What would you call these?
Well, I've got
you have the breeches.
I do. Yes.
Why have you the breeches?
Because ladies wear breeches where I come from.
Oh my word!
Yes. Yes.
You can see the leg all the way up.
You can. Yes. It enables just to be free and walk around unencumbered.
Oh, I like the sound of that. I should get the Queen Victoria's breech position. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And a hoodie as well.
A whatty?
A hoodie.
A hoodie?
Yes, it's because it's got a hood on the back.
Ah,
yes.
You are saying like the Little Red Riding Hood. Except you have the blue hood.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
And you, the gentleman, what is it you are wearing?
Just a casual shirt, something you'd wear just on a nice autumn afternoon.
Do you not have the button up?
Well, there are some buttons,
no?
but my arms are exposed. I have a short-sleeved shirt on.
And are you favouring the full beard here? Is this the full beard that you have on your face?
Yeah, yes, but I keep it relatively short.
Yes. Only from my time, there's a very popular different sort of beard known as the rim beard. Do you know about the rim beard? I'm sure the lady knows. She's making the face when I say the rim beard. You do not have the moustaches, do you?
I think my friend Big Fatty might be an expert in that area, but I'm not sure.
I see. Oh, well, it's an education for me, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Lisa, how long are we allowed to stay in each? Do we have a time limit?
Yes, I think we should probably move on now. Before we get into more trouble, and perhaps before the Queen comes back.
She might be in the mood.
Yes, I'm not sure she would be amused.
Sometimes she gets seasick when you go up and down too much.
All right. Okay.
She don't like the up and down.
Right. Does that mean when she's not amused, that's when she's been to visit cows?
Aha! You're a very funny fellow. I like you. You should come around again.
Lisa, I'm just thinking we don't want to alarm Prince Albert by vanishing in front of him.
No. Thank you for being very, very.
But I must go off anyway and attend to my vegetables because I can hear them calling me. So I shall go and get my little dibber out and do some gardening. Okay, I shall see you again, I am sure.
Yes,
may your marrows grow to a grand size.
They're very fine indeed, yes. Okay, goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
I think we should probably move on, don't you?
Yes, I think so. Let's get travelling, and then we might let the listeners listen to something else for a moment. Let's get started.
Yes, so we'll just press a few buttons. And see where we go next.
He was very nice. I thought he'd be more.
He was
curious or alarmed, or he seemed to take it all very much in his stride. I was quite impressed. I was worried about how much I should say, though. But he probably just thought we were harmless idiots. Which we are, but we are from the future. We are future harmless idiots. But we're moving now, listeners. This might take 3 or 4 minutes. I think you said, Lisa. Perhaps you'd like to listen to a bit of music or a quiz or I don't know if we've got time for that, but we'll see. We'll be back in a minute. We just need to depressurize, perhaps.
Surprise, listeners, it's me, Cuthbert. I'm just here to briefly announce what the additional material will be. Coming up next, it won't be a sudden park clip, music or a quiz, but instead 2 scenes that were recorded firstly with Marvin Holmes from Vision on Sound, and secondly with Uncle Warren from the Cinematic Sausage. They were originally intended for episode 589, Paul's birthday edition, but were never used because certain claims about Yeti Uncle John were later proved to be untrue. Anyway, Yeti Uncle John has said that he doesn't mind if we share the scenes, as he thought you might be interested to hear them. So here are those scenes now!
Martin, hello. It's me, Paul.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. Don't be mad at me. It wasn't my fault. You were hoodwinked.
I know. It was 27 hours on that bus. I was.
No, but it's not my fault. It's actually the person you spoke to's fault. It's Yeti Uncle John's fault.
What?
I didn't know it was going on. I was in the studio waiting for people to show up, and some others had turned up, but not the full lot. And he locked the door, and I was stuck in the studio with Troby and Lisa, which was nice, but. Anyway, he was lying to you. It was taking place, or it would have taken place. He was protesting. He got Toppy Smelly involved as well, and Toppy
didn't have a banner. It didn't have a banner. Down with this sort of thing. None of that. Oh right. Well, I feel snubbed.
Well, snubbed. No, yeah.
Snubbed. Cast aside. Cast aside like a broken toy.
Well, it was his fault, not mine. I was there hoping to have a lovely party. I'd invited 100 guests.
100 guests?
And I got about 3. And you were outside, and I didn't even know you were outside. And Toppy was caught up in it, and he didn't get inside.
Should I still invoice? Should I invoice him for the ticket then? The bus ticket?
Yeah, he'll have to pay for it.
Right,
he has apologised. I'm hoping to reschedule for like a New Year episode.
Is he a prompt payer?
No, I'll make sure he does. He lives under my roof some of the week, so when the magpies get too noisy. So
I hope I've kept the ticket handy. Then I will get that in forthwith, or even fifthwith.
Yes, please. Yeah, I don't quite know. He was protesting. They didn't think there was enough attention on him. I mean, the whole show is based around Yeti Uncle John half the time.
Precisely.
He accuses me of being a diva, or
the Yeti Uncle John comedy hour.
Yes, this is what's gonna, but
he's the Wilf Lunn of bad inventions.
Yeah. Anyway, I can only apologise, but my day was. Everyone's day was spoiled. Except
there were some nice things to see on the journey. It wasn't the end of the world, and there was some lovely people on the bus who I managed to ignore completely. So I'm sure they were lovely. They probably were lovely. Well, I don't know whether they were lovely or not. I mean, some of them were quite horrible. But no, I mean, generally speaking, it was a day out. It was
the annoying thing was that Warren showed up and had the same sort of flim flam from Yeti Uncle John as you did, but unfortunately you didn't bump into one another. So.
But Warren would have turned up in a limo, wouldn't he? I mean,
yes, admittedly, but
I mean that pink stretch limo that he's just constantly sort of whizzing around in is just it's ostentatious. Quite
I believe the virtual reality dinosaur ran out in front of it and nearly caused an accident.
Well. Yes. Well, it was trying to use it as a roller skate, I think, or a skateboard. I think it was planned.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, I can only apologise, and
fair enough. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about it if you're being sabotaged.
I'm being sabotaged. He's going to end up back in shame jail at this rate. But he was very sly about it and tried to infer that it had nothing to do with him, but the proof has come out, and. Yes, Cromitty luckily has confirmed that yes, sabotage
was there a stool pigeon? Stool pigeon.
Yeah, Cromitty is very loyal to Uncle John, but not to that point.
Well, it's a question. I mean, this is it. Whose side are you on? I mean, crikey.
And I mean, Toppy has a tendency to sort of give.
Well, I mean, he had to fly in, didn't he? I mean, I know Toppy does have a private helicopter these days,
He's a bit soft on your Uncle John, and we talked around as well. So it's difficult. Some people just don't see it, some people don't see the real Yeti Uncle John. Some people like to see give him the benefit of the doubt. But
yes, the doubt of the benefits. Yes, right too.
Anyway, well, I'll let you know.
I hope to see you again soon.
Yes, and I'll make sure that the reason I didn't call you was because I didn't know that the thing wasn't happening. But so I'll make sure that.
Is there any cake left?
There wasn't. Well, the caterers didn't properly. So we were sitting there with some what Toby and Lisa had turned up with in their haversacks or whatever. It wasn't good, but we did have a bit of a natter, but it wasn't a chatterbox episode.
I was hoping for at least a custard cream, but like I say, I mean, luckily I went to the kiosk, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. Well, there were sausage rolls.
Well, let's hope that we can do something in a few weeks' time, and we can use it to serenade in 2023.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, you take care, Paul. Thank you for calling.
No problem. He should really call and apologise, but I know he won't. Anyway.
Shame jail being what it is. I mean, I suspect they're only allowed one phone call a week.
Well, he hasn't gone back yet, but he's headed back there if he's not careful. But, anyway, right.
Has he got a mobile?
He's got. You might get a magpie with a message.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I'll speak to you soon.
Take care.
Hey, bye-bye. Hey, Warren, it's me, Paul. How are you doing?
Hi, Paul. Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, I've rung partly to apologise, but also to set you straight because.
Well, it's going to take a lot.
Well, I hear that, but Yeti Uncle John has led you astray. Well, he's probably led you astray, but he's also led you astray again.
Oh, yeah, I knew he was only after me shag pile.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I didn't find out at the time, but I was sitting inside the studios waiting to start the chatterbox. I'd invited 100 people, you and Martin and 90-something other people, because I was going to have a nice birthday party, and Troby and Lisa arrived, and then Muffley on tour arrived, and then that was it. And it turns out he'd locked the door at that point and wasn't letting anybody else in, and he was telling them that it wasn't happening. I mean, he was furious. He was furious that those three had got in, and Toppy was about. I don't suppose you saw him.
I saw him fly over in his Lear jet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Giddy Uncle John, he was making some sort of protest. Apparently, he's not involved.
Was it a dirty process?
Well, I hope. Oh, I thought that would be awful.
It wasn't in the car, I can assure you. It was a great disappointment protest.
It's something to do with him not being on the show enough, which is ridiculous because he's on the show all the time.
He shows more than enough.
I think he wants to be top billing or sort of at least before the titles. But anyway, it's all spoilt. My birthday was spoilt because of Yeti Uncle John. He'll end up back in shame jail if he keeps behaving like this.
Yeah, perhaps he's missing shame jail. Perhaps he's missing being banged up with a Kong.
He would. I mean, he has been. I've heard him. He's been in contact with that Coconut Jim, and he was from shame jail. So it's you might be right. Anyway, I've just run out of. I've run out of patience, but I've also run out of. I can't. I just haven't got the energy to deal with his silly games.
Don't expel your energy on him. No. Lay back and think of England, even though you don't know who's in the team.
No, exactly. But anyway, I hear you gave him a ride in your car.
He got a ride. He got more than he expected, so he got a ride. Yeah.
He didn't leave any stains, I hope.
No, I didn't leave him at Staines. I left him down the road from Staines.
Good. Well, I hope you had to walk back, serve him right.
With his mouth tied up.
Yeah, good. Well, that's much surfing, right? Anyway, well, I'll leave you. But anyway, I just needed to explain to you what had happened.
No, I totally understand. I'm really, really sorry about that. Genuinely sorry about that. No,
it's not your
I'll have a word with him. And I've got several words. I'll have to look them up in my thesaurus.
Yeah. We tried that once before, and I thought it had done some good, but I'm not sure.
Perhaps we should wire him to a battery or something, or parts of him to a battery.
Yeah, or just float him out to sea. I don't know, one of those things. But anyway, well, thank you. I'll speak to you soon. And
you take care of yourself. And you too. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Touchy ho.
Oh, sorry about that, Lisa. I just needed to go for a wee. I mean, so, are we back on? We're back on. Yeah, we're still travelling. It's possible. But it's amazing that there are time vortex little boys' rooms and little girls' rooms.
Yes,
are we coming,
every comfort cupboard.
Are we coming to a? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yes. I think. I can sort of see a building, a room appearing. So we seem to be arriving somewhere else. Again, it's quite a posh room.
It is.
So I'm not sure where we are though.
Do you know? Yeah. By the way, do you know what year we were in when we saw Prince Albert?
Well, if he said it was shortly have the Great Exhibition, we would have been in 1850 or 1851. Okay. So,
what about now? Where are we now?
Well, it's really very extravagant in here again. There's a throne over there.
A throne.
Yes. And a canopy of state for somebody to sit under. I wonder who is going to do it. Can you see anybody coming?
I'm not sure. I can hear some footsteps, but I can't work out which direction they're coming from.
Oh. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, who are you?
Oh, Your Majesty.
I am James I of England, but and also the 6th of Scotland, which is terribly confusing, don't you know?
It is.
And who are you?
Your Majesty. My name is Lisa, and this is my friend Paul.
Oh, hello, Paul. My word.
Hello, Sir James, Mr. James.
Come over here, James. Laddie. Come over here.
You are quite high, aren't you? You're very highness.
Yes. Though for somebody who...
I like the cut of your jib, young man.
Well, thank you.
Would you like a whiskey?
Oh, I wouldn't say no.
I've got the hard stuff here. If you'd like a taste of the hard stuff.
I wouldn't say no. But Lisa might like some hard stuff too.
Get that down,
yeah. Oh no, I'm not terribly fond of whiskey. But thank you.
Do you not like the whiskey, lassie?
No, Your Majesty, no.
Oh, well, it'll put hairs on you all over.
Okay. This is a really awkward, sort of weird question, Your Majesty. But what year is it?
Well, there's the question, you see. It's 1606.
Oh, yeah, so you've just...
We've just had the gunpowder plot, you know.
Yes, you were very lucky there, Your Majesty.
So I thought you meant 6 minutes past 4. Sorry, go on.
No. All these bad lads, they tried to blow me up. And I didn't stand for that one bit, you know.
No.
In fact, I had to be very strict with them. Mm-hmm. I had to get out all the torture equipment, you know.
Oh dear.
And that Guy Fawkes, you should see his signature now. Oh. It's all squiggly.
Oh dear.
Yes. Well, I think you had him beheaded, didn't you, Your Majesty?
Well, he's certainly not saying as much as he used to.
Yes.
No.
Well, hung, drawn and quartered.
Well, yes. I mean that is messy, I have to say.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to be watching that happening. It's not.
No.
It's not nice.
And have you been looking for any witches, Your Majesty? Because I know you have a terrible trouble with witches.
I'm plagued with the witches. You know, I mean, if you could help me in that respect, I would be very grateful. Have you ever fought off a witch, young man?
Which witches? Are you witching? I mean, bewitching? I mean, I haven't met any, not recently.
Oh no! I thought most people had encountered a witch at some stage in their life.
Well, Paul used to know a witch, didn't you, Paul? Called Katrina Hatensa, but not for a long time.
We vanquished her.
Well, I hope you dealt with her.
Yes, we did. Yes,
did you? Yeah, because these witches they're up to no good.
Yes, they...
I'm going to have a good old cough a minute. Hang on. That's better. It's this whiskey, you see, catches at the back of your throat.
It's pretty strong.
I don't like things at the back of my throat, you know.
Okay. You've got a bit Yorkshire there, you're about to say.
I've gone what?
A bit Yorkshire.
Well, that's in the north, isn't it, lassie? That's the north to you.
I guess it is, yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, it's a real weird...
How did you get in, by the way?
Just through the door over there. So.
Well, yeah, I know you come through the door, but how did you get here? Because I don't recall inviting you in.
No, Your Majesty, no.
I mean, I'd invite you in, Paul, you know, obviously. But
Thank you.
We'd have to get to know each other.
Yeah. We had this sort of scientific instrument.
A what?
A scientific instrument.
A scientific instrument.
Yes.
Well, I play many instruments. I'm quite the musician. I'm very good at fingering the oboe, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it keeps me occupied of a warm evening and a cold evening too.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay.
So let me have a look at this. What is this thing? Oh, I went a bit funny then. Did you hear that?
You did. Yeah. Bit of time.
Time. Oh, I'm always pressed for time.
Yes. Well, I expect you're very busy.
You know, I've got the inclination, but I've never got the time. That's the trouble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a sort of communications device where you can talk to people on. Your Majesty.
Oh, I like talking to people. You know, my tongue is always restless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very...
Oh, what was that? Somebody made a noise.
I think that...
Did you hear
sorry,
that?
I heard that.
I think that was... our 5-minute warning sound, possibly. And we might
Yes.
be...
Do you have to go? Do you have to go?
I think we might have to go, Your Majesty. We don't want to hold...
What, to
you up.
overtax me?
No,
Oh, no.
No. And to take up any more of your precious time.
Well, you know, I mean, drop in again if you feel like it, and then
okay. Yeah.
and then I'll get something nice for you to drink too, lassie.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Something herbal, perhaps. You know,
yes, perhaps.
or maybe a fruit-based drink for the lady.
Possibly. Yes.
Aye, okay. Well, I see you anon, as they say.
Okay, yes.
Anon and on. Aye.
Yes.
Cheerio.
Your Royal Highness, I've just written my address. I'm just leaving you my address.
Okay, just slip it in the pocket there.
Just in case.
Oh, yeah, that's further down. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you.
Just in case you want.
I'm going off for a contemplation now.
Okay. We've got to go. Good, lovely to meet you.
Aye.
Very nice, sir.
Oh, I've come over all faint. Oh.
Lisa, press the button. We need to go.
Yes. I think we need to go. Yes. Oh, we're in the vortex again. So
yes. Do you think I was wrong to leave him my address? I mean, the letter will never arrive. There was no such place as where I live.
No, he's going to be a bit confused, isn't he? But if he goes there and finds out there's nothing there,
probably a mark or something.
Yes. So.
Listeners, whilst we gather ourselves, maybe we'll have a quiz or some music or something or other. So just to give us a few minutes to. This business, it's a bit. Travelling with it can be a bit headache-inducing, but this is something to get used to. I'm not quite used to it yet. Okay, so we'll be back in a moment.
Hello again, listeners. It's me, Cuthbert. We have 2 more chats for you now. A little natter with Top P, and then some final talk with Muffley, Mr. T, and Lisa, left over from the birthday episode. I do hope that you'll enjoy them before we return to our time-traveling friends!
I didn't ever used to have any. I used to have a couple of bookshelves, but very good. Well, only ones that
that I could sort of drag from sort of places and then sort of put them up myself. But now we've got some really good shelves, and we're even kind of looking at maybe putting some more in. But I think I've sort of, to a certain extent, reached the limit of buying DVDs and Blu-rays because I don't have the money. I just save it for like there was a Doctor Who one came out, so I bought that, and there's a particular soap opera which I know has got a finite number of seasons, and there's only 2 more of those to go. So, but I'm not really.
Is that the Young Doctors?
Young Doctors is one of them, and Sons and Daughters is another one. But Young Doctors, they haven't committed to releasing. That's what I'm watching at the moment, but they haven't committed to releasing more. Sons and Daughters, they've released 4 out of 6 seasons. Presumably, they will be releasing the last 2 seasons. Young Doctors was from the 70s and early 80s, and Sons and Daughters was from the early to late-ish 80s.
And they were soaps that were primetime every night or just once a week?
They were Australian ones, so I'm not 100% sure when they were shown in their natural. I think they were probably shown in the early evening or sort of 7 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure. In the UK, they were shown as afternoon filler.
Okay.
So probably when I was at school, but I'd set the video for them. But Young Doctors, I didn't realise. For years, I ignored Young Doctors because it was old by the time it was being showed in the 80s. I just presumed it was about Young Doctors, but then I had I just thought Doctors is just going to be boring. But then I saw an episode, and there was like somebody like a heavy breather phone call or a stalker. Yeah. I was like, oh no, this is my cup of tea. It's not as basic as just being about a hospital.
Yeah, it's like America's General Hospital. In its heyday, there were hardly any scenes in that stupid hospital because it was doing crazy things at the time. And it had nothing to do with doctors and hospitals, except occasionally.
I started watching The Good Doctor. That I found I had it free on Prime to watch. So, as it's got the guy from Bates Motel.
Oh, yeah.
Big Patty always goes on about it. I thought I'd give it a go. It's a bit weird from the point of view that because he's playing an autistic character, he's sort of quite, not exactly wooden, but very unemotional. So having seen him on Bates Motel, he's kind of, I haven't quite got used to him being. It does feel more like he's. You notice he's acting more than you did in Bates Motel.
Okay. Oh, I did like Bates Motel so much. That was truly a strange series. I'm just in my convalescence here. I watched a lot of TV, and I smashed my way through the 2 seasons of Picard. I smashed my way through all of Discovery, Star Trek Discovery that I hadn't seen, and I smashed. And I'm almost finished watching the new one, Strange New Worlds or whatever it's called, and I'm almost done watching Moon Knight.
I haven't got Netflix at the moment because we've decided to give it a rest for a few months. So that we can come back to it and binge everything we want to watch. I want to see Stranger Things season 4, but
and I saw that.
Yeah, we're going to wait until later in the year, and then there'll be maybe 2 or 3 shows we want to catch up with.
And by the way, best season of Stranger Things ever. Ever. It's so good. And then I don't know if you know this. It's not really a spoiler. But they get to the very end, and you suddenly realize, wait a minute, this can't be the end. It was a huge cliffhanger, and it said, Part 2 of Season 4 starts in July. And I just went, oh my God. you're not going to have to wait a whole year. And apparently they've got part 2 of season 4. I have no idea how many episodes it involves. It could be just a couple. I don't know.
I always know more about the fact that that Kate Bush song has got to number 1 all over the world from being on Stranger Things, which seems, I can understand that happening in America where it was never a big hit, but it was a big hit in lots of other countries already. I mean, a long time ago, but
Well, all I can say is when you see the context in which they use it, it's so emotionally powerful. It is absolutely extraordinary. And it is the highlight of the season for sure. I can understand why people reacted to it the way they did, because it was one of the most powerful moments of television that I've ever experienced.
I just wish they'd chose it. I guess it fits because I think it's set the year that song came out, but I just wish they'd made a lesser known. I mean, I guess it is a lesser known song in America, but
I think so.
There's so many other songs that she did that could have done that would have been nice if they had a revival or perhaps a first.
Yeah. Well, I wait till you see it. It's just absolutely amazing. I can't wait till they start part 4. But it's been in my opinion, seasons 1 through 3 were the remake of the same thing over and over. I don't know. I thought they were just repeating, and I just feel like they kind of broke new ground with their characters in this season. Anyways, regardless, it's definitely the most satisfying, entertaining season, I think. Definitely bingeable, which is what I did.
I think that's quite enough. I don't think I can fit in what I've done. I've got to do a sort of puzzle jigsaw sort of.
It all links, honest.
But now we've finished. Now we've done this, I can start editing it because I'm having just put an episode out today. This is my next episode.
That's what I've got in the car at the moment, haven't I? A Carry On CD with clips and music and stuff. So Carry On Kyber's been in my head quite a lot these past few months. Yeah, yeah.
It's still fast introducing her to sort of English stuff or British stuff or sort of just idioms. Like I was explaining bingo wings the other day, for example, and budgie smugglers. Yeah.
Not to be confused.
Well, yeah. You're getting all sorts of problems there with that. Yeah, so there's bits like that.
We managed to get everyone together. That's good. I did a scene where I thought I just don't know when Toppy's computer's going to start working, so it wasn't. I couldn't really postpone it because as it's supposed to be sort of an episode that comes out quite soon. It's not like.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, I did a scene where Cromitty's listening to some old episodes or some stuff from the archives with Toppy's voice on. So Toppy will be there in spirit, even though he wasn't in the episode.
At some point, I'm actually going to have to sort of start trying to edit on the new machine because I'm still using the old red one for editing. I'm a little reluctant to, because you've got to install Audacity again and all of that nonsense.
Yeah.
So as long as the old one still works. But yeah, one day I'm going to have to admit defeat, aren't I?
Well, you can always get yourself a new laptop.
I think I've done 92 episodes this year now, so I think my most has been 96, so I'm on course for beating my previous record.
Are you doing an end of year review set as well?
Yeah, but I don't think I'll do it with everybody because I didn't do it with everyone last year because when I did it in 2020, I've still got stuff that at some point I want to find a way of using because I didn't use everybody's comments from when we did it.
No.
There was just too much, plus all the flashbacks.
Were you still thinking of getting Jules Holland in to do some of that boogie woogie piano? Because I know he's a bit busy around New Year's as well.
He said he'll prioritise me.
So that's good. Yeah. Thanks.
But I want to do a chatterbox that can go out as maybe the first episode of 2023. So maybe in December I'm doing a chatterbox because we're doing the we're doing the anti-Christmas. Well, we're doing the Yeti Uncle John-ness rather than Christmas.
Is that anti-Christmas sort of a relative of Father Christmas, or anti as in against?
That's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I've got episode 600, which might end up being the last episode of the year at this rate. Maybe or maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether whether I'll be getting cameos from people or what I'll be doing. Yeah, but I've got lots of episodes to last me into about early March, so.
You're the exact opposite of us, Paul. You really are. You've got so much. There's us going, shit, can we get Z-Cars done by the end of the year? Well, we can, but...
Yes. Well, it's only one episode, isn't it? So.
I mean, we're so dreadfully slow at the moment, but...
I've got episodes with Nick and Martin that I just haven't got space to put out for, because the episodes that I've done, they need to happen before I can get to episode 600, so I can't push any more. I've really dumped Callum into 2023 because an episode I've done with him didn't fit in with any continuing storyline. So everything else I've got between now and 600 kind of has to be there. Really, I can't. So this is why I kind of came up with the idea of doing a sort of chatterbox and a birthday episode, which was the same thing, because I didn't have room for a chatterbox and a birthday episode separately. So my birthdays always have to have disasters happen. So. Although, there was the time when I got locked down in a cellar once. Only a fictional cellar, but that year I had actually gone to Verona, so I was locked down in a cellar, but I had to imagine what my holiday would have been like in Verona, which I did by using clips from when I actually did go to Verona. It's all so complicated. Yeah. I watched that new version of the Midwich Cuckoos that was on Sky. I got the DVD from Harry for my birthday, and it reminded me of when I first started doing my books on Lulu. When I was doing my own covers, I learned to take pictures. If I was there, that I'd also make sure there was a lot of blue sky. I'd be at the bottom of the pit, and then at the top of I'd try and get blue sky, because it was always difficult trying to work out what. Being totally ignoramus at designing things, I'm not having Martin around at those days. Having a blue sky meant I could use certain different fonts and colours to put the title. And when I watched the Midwich Cuckoos, I was like, they've got like yellow over I can barely read that says the Midwich Cuckoos. Is this supposed to be this? Surely a big program like this is. I couldn't understand why they were doing it, because it just seemed like a really bad colour choice, but.
You pick on that sometimes, don't you? Unreadable colours.
I think it's because obviously when they look at it, they're looking at it on a monitor and it looks clear. They don't actually put it onto a normal television and go, "Oh, you can't read that."
Yeah,
you should probably have that in a different colour. So, yeah, because I have trouble reading credits anyway because of the way my eyes are. So yeah.
Mind you, Rosecat reads credits.
Yeah, Rose has got very good at realising that when the credits go up, it's time for food.
Yeah, when words go up the screen, she goes in the kitchen.
Yeah. She's like, okay, time for food now.
Dealey definitely watches things while I'm watching on my laptop. And I think I sort of say, we're watching Sons and Daughters now do us.
I was going to say, does he get much choice about it?
It doesn't have to stay, does he?
Has he got a vote?
He must miss episodes. I'm worried for him when I'm watching it, and I'm like, should I wait till Dealey's back? I don't know. And we're back. I can't believe I left James I my address. Anyway, he seemed keen. So Lisa,
you did.
I think you said we've only got. You can only do 3 journeys in one battery life, so we're on our last.
Yes, otherwise you drain the battery and then you end up getting trapped wherever you are, which can be really difficult if they don't have electricity.
Yeah.
So yes, we're all right. We've got plenty of power at the moment, but this will have to be the last trip. So
we seem to have be going backwards as well. So Do you have any idea where?
I get that impression.
Do you have any idea where we're going to land this time?
I don't know. It's all completely random, so, and a bit odd.
Yeah.
So far, full of weird accents. But,
wow. History is full of weird accents.
It is. Very weird accents.
Oh, it feels like we're coming through some mist, and I can see something, but I can't make it out. What's that? We look like we're in Westminster Abbey. Oh, that's odd. Why would we be in Westminster Abbey? How long has Westminster Abbey even existed? A long time, I guess.
For a long time, since the sort of since Edward the Confessor's time. So which is I hope we're not back in that time because it was a bit turbulent.
Oh dear.
No! Look, if you look over there, there's a tomb that says Edward the Confessor. So
good.
We're after his time. So, but there is somebody coming by the sound of it. It's very echoey in here, isn't it? So,
who's that?
Okay. Hello.
Good evening. Can I help you?
Who is this?
Yes.
I'm Edward.
Well, maybe you'd like to show us, take us to your leader.
I must point out that technically I am the leader. I am Edward the Third.
Oh.
There were two before me, and I am the third, you see.
Right. Yeah.
Welcome to the Abbey.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I hope you've taken an interest in all the things that I've done here.
Yes, it looks lovely.
Yes. Do you have a formal title?
I am the.
Are you a duke or a duchess?
Yeah,
either of you?
Yes, I am.
Well,
I'm a duchess. Duchess Paul.
You're a duchess. That's good.
Paulina Dupre.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
You see, the thing is, I'm thinking about reviving the Round Table of King Arthur.
Oh, yes, I'm sure that would be very nice.
And I'd like some people to sit around the round table
Right.
to prove that it is round. You see.
Yes.
You need people around the table.
From IKEA.
Yeah.
IKEA. No, different sort of table.
But the thing is, you need to have some sort of title to sit at the round table.
Okay. Well, you do have quite a lot of nobles there, Your Majesty.
I'm drowning in nobles.
Lisa has a title. She's best female host of a podcast 2017, was it? So.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
So she could.
Well, you see, I've recently invented a new thing called the Order of the Garter. So I think I should present you both with the Order of the Garter.
Oh, thank you.
Right. So if you could roll up your trousers, please, and I have to put the garter on you. You see, I've got two with me, as it happens.
Oh, that's very handy.
And if you, and I have to say,
you've got cold hands.
The magic words.
Sorry.
When I apply the garter, right? Is that high enough?
Little higher.
I have to say, Oni Swaki Mally Ponce. That's what I have to say.
Right.
It's a little bit personal,
because
but
that means.
Never mind.
It means shame on him who thinks ill of it.
I knew that.
You see.
I knew that.
Because the garter is not a rude thing.
Oh, I knew that. I was just jesting, Your Royal Highness.
Oh, you okay there, Your Royal Highness?
Right, so, it's a bit dusty in here.
It is a little dusty.
Yeah, that's all the work that they've done on it. They've been tarting it up, as you might say.
Yes.
Get yourself cleaner, Your Royal Highness.
Yeah. And how's the war been going, Your Royal Highness, in France?
Oh wow. I don't know, really. Have you heard any news?
No. Well, I believe your sons are dealing with it now.
Well, I can't do everything, can I?
No. You're needed here, aren't you, Royal Highness?
I've had to send them off. I have had quite a few sons, it must be admitted.
Yes,
Can you remember who they all were? Because quite frankly, it's slipping my mind at the moment.
Your Royal Highness. Well, I know John of Gaunt is one of your sons, and a fine son he is.
Yes. So. He was born in the county of Flanders.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
They used to buy a lot of wool there.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else they bought there? Any weapons?
Well.
I know you're quite keen on weapons, aren't you, Royal Highness?
Was the bow or not? Have we got the bow?
Yeah. Well, surely you know if you've got a bow or not.
I can't remember.
Well, not that you would ever use a bow, of course, because that's for the
that's for the plebeians.
Yes.
Well, I must admit that I have an extensive arsenal. I could show you my extensive arsenal if you like.
Okay.
It's all arranged by size and colour.
Yeah.
Yes. So you've got big ones over there.
They are.
And you've got small ones over there. So do you want to have heft of one?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You get one of those in your hand and then swing it about.
Oh, mine's a longbow, Paul. It's a bit of a nasty weapon. That one.
I think
have you ever done any archery? Have you done archery?
Not for a long while, Your Royal Highness.
Not recently.
When did you do that then?
Oh, when I was a child, Your Royal Highness.
Oh. Did you hit the target?
I did hit the target, yes.
Yes. Well, that's good. Yeah. Do you want to have a go with it now?
I'm not sure that'd be a good idea in here, sir. Would it with all these statues and things?
Oh well, they can always be replaced. Have a go.
Well, it might hurt somebody.
Ah, well, as you wish. But
didn't you do? Your men do rather well with the longbow at Cressy, Your Royal Highness. They beat the French.
We laid down the law there. I think you should say. It was an away win, as they say.
Yes.
Yes. That's put us up the league table.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I'm very keen on the statistics. Okay. Yes, I write them down in a special book.
Oh,
and I've got a folder, and I write down all the figures, all the facts and the figures. I'm very keen on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm suddenly coming very sleepy. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe the heavy lunch we had.
It is possibly that, yes.
Yes. There's probably a reason for that, because it does seem to be an outbreak of what one might call sleeping sickness. Yeah. I find that amongst many of my close friends. I believe there might be a bit of an epidemic of sleepery, because I find a lot of people are yawning these days when I talk to them. So there's clearly something in the air. Yes. I don't know what it is. Perhaps I'll have to investigate that one day.
Yes, you
Work out the statistics of who's got it on what day, how long they've been having it, and then I could write that down in another book.
Yes, Your Highness. Yes.
Well, we know quite a lot of statistics, but they're from the future. We are visionaries.
Yes. Yes, we see into the future, and we
Do you have crystal balls?
That's only a rumour.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite interesting, the future, because is the future foretold, or is it malleable? That is a question I've often thought about.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Paul, I think we should be getting back and stop taking up the valuable time.
Yes, we probably ought to go.
Well, I have to go. I have to go in and put some more garters on people.
Okay.
So it's a never-ending cycle, really. The garter.
Yeah, it sounds exhausting.
Okay, well I'll let you be.
Okay, thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
But if you've got any questions about the round table, come and see
all
me.
at the moment, I'm afraid. But
no.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. I think we should probably get back now, Paul, before we meet anybody else.
Your device is flashing. I have my power monkey with me. If you need a bit more,
all right, okay.
If we need a bit more boost.
Yeah, we might just need to give it a little bit of a boost so we can get back to the 21st century. So perhaps you could play another clip in here, Paul, while we charge it up.
Okay, yes, we're just going to be charging up, listeners, and I need to wake up. Blimey, he was boring. Sorry.
Yes.
No disrespect to you, Edward III, if you were listening. Yes, here we have something, and then we'll be back. think I've woken up now, Lisa. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
He just had a very hypnotic. It was like having had a heavy lunch.
Yes.
Only I hadn't, which is a shame. I would rather have had a heavy lunch at least.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah. We should probably get back.
What happened to?
Sorry.
I was going to ask what happened to. Do you know much about what happened to Edward? After we met.
I'm not sure what year it was, but I know he died in 1377. So, and then his.
Blimey, we were quite far back.
Yeah, and then his grandson took over, and he was the king that had to deal with the peasants' revolt, Richard II. So, but I hadn't realised he was quite so much of a chivalry nerd as that, but or just nerd, really.
What about James I? What happened after James I?
Well, he had a few witch trials. He liked a witch trial. Did like to sort of.
He did like the witches.
Yeah, sort of drowning witches, and he died in 1625 and was succeeded by his son Charles I. He's the one that lost his head. So.
And then Cromwell and all
yes,
that stuff.
and Cromwell came in, and there was all sorts of shenanigans going on. So, yeah.
And Albert was he died before Victoria.
He did. He died sort of almost 40 years before she died. He died in 1861, and she died in 1901. So she mourned him for a long time. Yes. So. Yeah, but we've brought them back to life, for the show. So we've brought them back into people's attentions. So
there can't be many podcasts who've had Edward III, James I, and Prince Albert all on one episode.
No, we are quite unique in that matter, I think. So.
Yeah, well, it's all thanks to your watch. Are we nearly home?
Yes.
I'm hoping that Toby will have put the kettle on.
Yes, we should be back in just a second. So.
I can see your living. I can hear the sounds. I hear the sounds of the cats.
Yes.
Calling to us.
Yes. Yes. Those actually. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, we're back. We're back.
Here we.
Sorry.
Oh, we're back. We're back. Mr. T, have you put the kettle on?
Hey. Oh, there you are. Where have you been?
We went for a little visit.
Oh, what, to the toilet?
No. To Prince Albert, King James and King Edward III.
Oh, God, you've been busy.
Yes. I wouldn't advise meeting Edward III. He's quite boring.
Oh.
So.
He was very boring. I really fell asleep.
Oh, dearie me. Well, I've had the cat on me all afternoon. Martha's been sat on me.
Oh.
She'd like sit on me, go around in a circle, and sit down again.
See, it's a good thing we didn't take a cat with us, because I think James I might have thought I was a witch if we had.
So,
okay. Yeah.
But he liked Paul.
I may have given James I my address.
Really?
He liked me.
Yes, but I think he might be several hundred years too early if he goes to try and visit Paul. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Oh, you might go round there and. Find it's not been built yet.
Been built yet. No,
oh, that's all right then. That's a good excuse, isn't it?
Actually, when you get back, Paul, you might find a little plaque that says King James I visited here.
Looked for Paul here.
In 1609.
They might have attached a blue plaque to your house.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do some tea.
Of course, there's always the possibility that there could be a sequel episode where James I comes to visit.
There is.
Because somebody has lent him a time machine. Who knows?
Oh, dear.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes.
God, bloody hell. I imagine being pursued through... I'm going to say that again. Pursued. That's my tooth going again. Through time and space. By James the First.
All right,
I'm overdoing it.
You Planet of the Giants.
I'm like that. Yeah, this is business. This is science. It sounds like I've got an aerosol spray.
Well, listeners, I think we're probably running out of time. So, as we said just moments before, there aren't many podcasts out there that bring you Edward II. Edward III, sorry, James the first and Prince Albert all on one show.
Yeah.
There are some that probably, might have one or two of those in one episode, but
I'm trying to think whether I've heard any podcasts that have had any of them, but I'm not sure.
No. Yeah, I'm not sure Edward II would be a good one to visit either.
What's wrong with Edward II?
Well, he wasn't a very good king, and then he ended up getting killed off in the tower.
Was it Edward
or somewhere?
Was it Edward II?
Yeah.
Or
Is that
the
Red Hot
I got
Poker?
confused.
Well,
Allegedly,
yeah.
I used to have a poker.
Okay.
I'd stick it in the fire and make it red hot.
Right. I hope you didn't do anything else
I didn't
with
do
it.
anything with it.
No.
No, I just look at it.
Okay.
That was science, you see, watching things heat up.
Yes.
Oh, well, our listeners, we'll say goodbye for now. We'll be back after the music.
Are we off? I don't feel like I've done much this time. But
No.
All right,
we'll have a quick chat after after the theme, but I just wanted to say goodbye to the listeners. And thank you to Lisa for chatting us about.
Yeah, how's the battery left on that thing? Is it all right?
Paul charged it up. He's got a what did you call it, Paul?
A power monkey.
Yeah, he's got one of those. So.
A power what? Monkey?
Yeah. I don't think it's an actual monkey.
It's a thing.
Oh, I was going to say, not the one that stole Cromwell, was it?
No. Well, don't bring that into it.
All right, okay.
When I bought it, I was hoping it was going to be a real monkey, but it turned out to be a little electronic device. Yeah. Very handy, but I'm not advertising, unless they want me to be advertising.
It's probably a bit cruel trying to charge up a phone with a monkey, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say goodbye, but we'll be back in a moment.
All right.
But thanks again, and we'll say goodbye for now, listeners.
Okay.
Join us again soon.
Bye-bye.
And we're back. Mr. T, if you were going to travel, I mean, I don't know, maybe you and Lisa have travelled using the watch, but if you were going to go back to any particular time, is there any time that you'd like to go? Of course, we didn't know where we were going. We didn't set the coordinates, but if you could set the coordinates, is there a particular time period you'd head for?
I think Lisa can probably guess.
Yes.
Where I'd like to go.
I know where you'd like to go, and I know what kind of trouble we'd probably get in if you did go there. But,
I'd really like one day to go back and visit Roger Bacon in Oxford, because he was like in the 1200s, wasn't he?
Yes.
And he was one of the earliest sort of scientists, and he did all sorts of useful stuff, and he even predicted things like cars and things, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And sort of what was it he used to say, that one day there will be machines that cars that may be made to move about on their own without animals, and flying machines and great ships on the ocean guided by a single man or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wonder how he worked all this out. So
I think he had a time television.
Yeah, a time television.
Yeah.
What, you reckon he was looking at the future and just... Well, that's cheating, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but now would anybody know?
Yeah. But yeah, I always think he'd be good. Because you used to... Remember that ride in Oxford where you used to go around on a school desk?
Yes. At a school desk. Not on the desk.
Not on the desk.
At the desk.
You used to sit at a desk and go around on a track.
You could have the narration by Magnus Magnusson or Timmy Mallet.
Yeah.
And we were never brave enough to try Timmy Mallet.
But they used to... It was like you were travelling back in time, but on a desk.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd go past Roger Bacon and he'd be looking at a prism of glass making a spectrum of light and stuff. So I always think I'd get on quite well with him.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, he'd be my first port of call, I think. Really. What about you, Lisa? Oh, you've just done it, haven't you?
I've just done it, yeah. But I think if I could pick, I would like to go back and see what Richard III was actually like, and Henry VII. See if Richard III was the sort of monster that he's been made out to be, and also if Henry VII was as mean as he's made out to be. I don't think he was, but yeah, that's what I'd like to see. So, what about you, Paul? What would you like to do?
I'd like to go back to 1992 and see the start of Sutton Park and be hiding behind.
Isn't that like voyeurism, spying on yourself?
Yeah.
You'd have to be careful not to interact with yourself because you might change your own future somehow.
Yeah, I wear a disguise. I dress as a jelly monster or something.
All right, okay.
Well, you might be in it. That's the thing. You might
have already done that.
Yeah. Maybe you should look carefully in the background. You might see yourself.
Yeah, the one with
that's a thought.
I'm the one with the little signpost that says, "Look, Mum, it's me." It'd be quite interesting to see. I wouldn't be able to influence. I wouldn't be able to say, "Don't bother with that plot line. It's not going to go anywhere." Yes, maybe I'm the man behind the man. I'm the man behind myself, influencing myself. Don't do that. Do that. Don't chase that witch. Chase that jelly monster instead. Who knows?
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
It's been good, but yeah, definitely time to come home now.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
I'm just looking up Prince Albert now.
Okay, all right.
So I've just got him up on Wikipedia. I'll have to read some of that.
Yeah.
See what you were up to.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit balding in that picture. He's not got much hair.
No, he did recede a little bit as he got older.
Right, okay.
So he had a lovely head of hair when he was young.
All right.
But
it all fell out.
It all fell out. It's probably the worry of being married to Queen Victoria.
Did he keep it in a box?
No.
All right.
She might have, though.
Oh, that's true.
He was very nice, Prince Albert. He was very understanding about our travels. And
he was. Surprisingly so.
Edward didn't even seem aware or interested. He was more interested in telling us about things. And James was bemused, I think. But,
Yes. I think James was distracted by you, Paul. So
who can blame him?
Well,
I mean,
it's understandable.
Yeah, I think if I'd just been there on my own, it might have been a different matter. But because there was a nice young man there as well, he was distracted. So
yeah,
I must say you make an interesting pair of time travellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Do you see yourself as Sapphire and Steel or not?
Oh no, I thought about that. Yeah.
I wasn't quite.
You'd have to work out what you are.
I wasn't quite sure what to say. I was a bit worried about. I think I spoke out of turn a few times, but I was nervous. And
well, I think royalty don't actually mind that really.
No.
I always imagine if I was a king or a queen, I'd get really peed off with people being formal with me.
Mm-hmm.
if somebody just come up to me and said, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah.
I'd like really respond to that. I think that and none of this bearing and scraping and not being able to curtsy like Liz Truss. That just looks stupid, doesn't it? I'd much rather people were normal with me.
I sort of advertised the podcast. I'm not sure. Well, I don't think he understood what I was saying, so it didn't matter.
No.
Although maybe he's recorded it in a record somewhere or in a diary. Maybe he would have recorded that. But I don't think I mentioned the name of the podcast. Damn it! Never mind.
You might have confused him though, because you would have had to explain what a Yeti is. I'm not sure that Prince Albert would or any of the others would know what a Yeti is. So
talk about advertising the show in advance, though. Telling Edward about the Shall I podcast.
People waiting hundreds of years to listen to it. Yeah.
Is it James who wanted just to have titles? So I told him I was a dame, and that Lisa had won a podcasting award, which of course she did. So yeah.
Did you? Did you win an award?
Yeah. Well, according to Paul, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I know we got in the top 12 in Honduras the other week.
Oh, okay.
We did.
That's quite good. So.
Yeah,
it was when I was over in the other dimension. So not strictly in this dimension, but you had one.
Oh, I see.
In the other dimension. So
I thought I don't remember receiving it.
No.
If we have got an award, it's still lost in the post.
No, your alter egos are enjoying the fame, but that's the way things go.
Okay.
We always end up in the wrong dimension. But anyway, well, I suppose I better head off before I have to speak to any more long deceased royals. But it's been great fun, Lisa. So thank you, and hopefully we can do it again.
That's all right, Paul. Yeah, we must do it again sometime.
Oh dear.
Just not quite yet.
Yeah, I'll put the kettle on.
Please.
Yes.
All right. Will it suit me?
Yeah.
Yes, it would. Oh, I'm parched for that time travelling. It's very...
Okay, I'll see you later then. I'll go off and potter in the kitchen.
Sit down.
Cheerio.
Gee whiz, the way Paul Chandler the Coyote travels around gives me a rash.
He ain't all that shy. No. I'm not. No, kitty, Billy. Purr, kitty, kitty. Oh, I love Billy. Man, was that worth it or not? Oh, my goodness. That was a darling little shoe.
591,
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
591.
Oh, do you have to go?